Good morning, YouTube. My name is Joel from the Crypto Byte team, and today I'm here to tell you guys about the cryptocurrency IOTA. Now, looking in front of you at the CoinMarketCap website, we can see the 10th ranked coin. It's IOTA, so we'll just click on that real quick. The current price of IOTA is $1.80, and it has a 5 billion market cap, which is quite large. That means this coin is very popular and very heavily invested into. But why is that? Well, let me tell you guys in just a moment. But first, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cover in this video. I'll be not only describing IOTA and what makes it so special, I'm going to compare it to some popular coins, most importantly Litecoin, and I'll just tell you guys my own personal opinion about the future of this coin and a little bit of a price analysis. So let's get straight into it. So, what is IOTA? IOTA is a unique cryptocurrency with the primary aim to act as your normal form of transactional currency. So, you can pay for your daily coffees or maybe even your next house. But there's a larger scope, especially from the IOTA team, where there's a machine-to-machine type focus. And basically, this can be described through me telling you what the IoT and IOTA stands for. So, IoT stands for Internet of Things, and this basically refers to any piece of technology with internet connection capabilities. So, your mobile phones, your PCs, your laptops, anything that can connect to the internet can achieve the Internet of Things platform. And so IOTA wants to be that cryptocurrency that these machines pay other machines with to in exchange for the goods or services that they provide. So I'll give you examples on that later, but this kind of gives you an idea of the scalability that IOTA has, and I'll definitely touch on it over here. The scalability that IOTA can achieve is all actually through the TANGLE blockchain, which I will describe now, and I'll just simplify it all for you guys. It's a unique blockchain where networks have a decentralized yet kind of distributed structure, so everything's kind of connected and all spread out, where all participants in the network have equal rights and they all help approve transactions. So over here, as it's mentioned, IOTA can achieve high transactions through its parallelized structure, and transactions have no limit. So basically, the more people on the structure, the faster the transactions go through. So the scalability is almost limitless. And IOTA also has no fees, so no transaction fees is beautiful, and this is done through the Tangle structure as well. And it does claim it's more decentralized compared to other blockchains. I personally don't fully agree with this, although it is true. It kind of refers to mining and how pool mining is centralized, and Tangle, everything's equal and it's more decentralized. It is kind of true, but it doesn't really have a point. And so there is also quantum immunity, but that's also kind of a negative as well as a positive, which I'll explain a bit later. But let's just take a look at the Tangle blockchain. So the little diagram here is actually a conceptual view of what the blockchain looks like. But I actually have a live view of the Tangle blockchain right now, and it kind of shows you the amount of transactions being made. And if I highlight over one of the blocks in this chain, it shows you all the connected kind of transactions that get verified in this network. So it's quite unique and quite interesting, and I could almost watch this for hours, but I'll definitely get back to the information for you guys. So just a little disclaimer in the red: IOTA is currently in beta, and this this is subjected to change, and there's a lot of things that can be implemented, fixed, or almost messed up. So you don't know what's gonna happen, and but the team with IOTA is very good, and I don't expect much flaws. So I think this would be a very good coin decision for long-term holders. But let's not get too deep into that. Let's compare IOTA to Litecoin. So Litecoin, I would compare IOTA to Litecoin over Bitcoin, because Litecoin is basically the faster and cheaper Bitcoin. And so Litecoin, it is a proof of work type coin, and so proof of work stands for having a normal blockchain with miners and blocks where the transactions are mined and then they kind of go through. So Litecoin is it's pretty much the Litecoin itself is mineable. IOTA is not. IOTA has a different kind of blockchain. That's why it's not mineable. And so that is the kind of the difference between the two. And also, Litecoin compared to IOTA, Litecoin does have transactional fees, and IOTA, well, it does not. There are no transaction fees in IOTA. So that's definitely those are the two main things that kind of define the coins, but they are extremely different, especially in terms of the technology they have in place. And IOTA's technology is definitely crazy because it definitely has a scalability over the blockchain technology that Litecoin has. So in terms of pros and cons, IOTA definitely is kind of winning, and I do like IOTA actually over Litecoin, but that is my personal opinion. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about the flaws that this Tangle structure has. And so these are actually quite minuscule flaws, and actually it does refer to potential change for the Tangle blockchain in the future. So the Tangle blockchain actually utilizes a numerical system with 3 digits, so it's called like a trinary hash system, I believe. And it pretty much most computer hardware only uses the 2 digit, the binary hash system. And basically, using this the trinary hash makes your computers it gives your computer more of a strain. So utilizing the IOTA technology strains your computer, and it puts more pressure on your PC pretty much, or your phone or whatever piece of technology you're using the IOTA platform on, and there's a bit of a push there, which isn't too good. But personally, in my opinion, that isn't very much of a problem, and it will be solved in future once technology evolves, and it will. And so there are also no smart contracts with the Tangle blockchain. So IOTA has no smart contracts, and I have read around somewhere that there's going to be some sort of Oracle implementation, which means there will be a type of smart contracts for IOTA. I'm not too sure about this. I mean, it is possible, but we'll definitely have to see in the future. Cool, back to CoinMarketCap. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about the IOTA news, and then I'll do a little bit of like a price analysis along with my opinion on what can happen with the price. But first things first, the IOTA ecosystem has been announced, and this is basically where applications and services are developed through this kind of platform, and they operate on the Tangle blockchain. So this kind of announcement means that there's a lot of potential for IOTA to grow, and this kind of ecosystem not only serves as an area for development but for learning as well. So this is definitely a community approach for enabling blockchain and the Tangle blockchain itself for the IOTA coin to grow and become much greater. So that's definitely some positive news. And I have been reading on the Reddit around and Twitter as well that there has been a lot of new qualified individuals being welcomed into the IOTA teams. And these are like mathematicians and scientists, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And this obviously is a huge benefit as well. This means that there's a lot of great things coming in the future for IOTA. And I know confirmed on Discord by Davidson Stevo himself. I hope I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't that he's the developer of IOTA, and Volkswagen. There's a partnership with the company Volkswagen, and Volkswagen is a car company. So, and as we know, the technology these days, it's all most cars and stuff like that is all connected to the internet. So I'm quite interested to see in how Volkswagen will implement IOTA technology into their cars. So just imagine you driving up to your gas station and you fill up your gas and then you drive away and then you're immediately billed for the gas that you have taken, obviously in IOTA coins through the IOTA technology. And I think if that is possible, that would be crazy, and it's definitely possible because anything's possible in terms of technology with the future. And so this kind of just helps us identify that IOTA can and has a lot of potential and high levels of scalability for the future. So there's just a lot of good things that can happen. So let's look at the price, and obviously with a lot of good things happening to a cryptocurrency, the price can definitely moon. And this right here is the December pump, and I'm sure this will happen every December as we looked at oh sorry, we haven't actually looked together, but there is around December, around the end of the year, there's always a decent pump. And right now, there was a good pump in December, and then once it hit the new year, it's kind of got a sad correction going on. And I don't believe it'll drop below $1. If it does, that'll be quite unfortunate, but I do believe it won't. And I believe by mid-year, we might be around $5 again, definitely around $3 for sure. And by the end of the year, we'll definitely be around like $5 to $10. You don't know, depending on what kind of technology will be introduced. It could be hopefully around $10. So all you long-term IOTA holders are definitely in for a good ride. And yeah, so that leads me to the end of my video. Leave me any feedback if you guys have any. Definitely leave some comments or any questions you have, or definitely if I made any mistakes, prove me wrong by putting it in the chat. Cheers.